The Baratza Sette 30 has been getting rave reviews from coffee enthusiasts, but I'm about to blow the lid off its reputation. But here's what surprised me when I dug deeper into this product. It's not as perfect as everyone makes it out to be. Therefore, if you're considering buying one, listen up because I'm about to share some crucial information that'll make you think twice. For the best price, click the link in the description/N. The Baratza Sette 30 is a high-end burr grinder that promises precision grinding and effortless operation. Sounds great, right? But don't be fooled by its sleek design and hefty price tag. It's not without its flaws. Therefore, if you're expecting to get your money's worth, keep reading. But here's the thing. I've been researching this product for weeks, and what I found out might just change your mind about buying one. There are several red flags that suggest it may not be as good as everyone claims. For example, some users have reported inconsistent grind settings, which can affect the flavor of your coffee. Therefore, if you're a coffee connoisseur who takes their coffee game seriously, you need to know about these potential issues before making an informed decision. I'm not here to trash the product entirely, but I am here to give you a realistic look at what it's capable of and what you can expect from it. Now that we've set the stage, let's dive deeper into the world of Baratza Sette 30 and explore its features, pros, and cons in more detail. We'll take a closer look at its design, performance, and overall value to help you decide whether or not it's worth your hard-earned cash. But before we do that, let me ask you this. Have you ever bought a product only to realize later that it wasn't as good as you thought? Yeah, I've been there too. Therefore, it's essential to get the facts straight and make informed decisions when spending our money. The Baratza Sette 30 is designed with precision grinding in mind. It features 30 grind settings, which allow for an impressive range of coffee types from espresso to French press. However, some users have reported issues with these settings being inconsistent or even faulty. Therefore, if you're planning on using this product regularly, you need to be aware of this potential issue and consider whether it's something you can live with. But here's the thing, Baratza is a reputable brand known for producing high-quality grinders. So why are there so many complaints about the Sette 30? One possible explanation is that users might not be using it correctly or might have unrealistic expectations about what it can do. Therefore, I'll be sharing some tips and tricks to help you get the most out of your Baratza Sette 30, but also highlighting its limitations. Now that we've covered some of the potential issues with this product, let's talk about its design and build quality. The Baratza Sette 30 has a sleek and modern look that'll appeal to any coffee enthusiast. Its stainless steel body is durable and easy to clean, making it perfect for frequent use. However, there have been reports of users experiencing issues with the grinder's motor overheating after extended periods of use. Therefore, if you plan on using your Baratza Sette 30 frequently, be aware that this might be a problem you'll face in the long run. But here's something interesting. Despite these potential issues, many users swear by their Baratza Sette 30 and claim it's one of the best grinders they've ever used. Therefore, I'll be sharing some user reviews and testimonials to give you an idea of what others think about this product. Before we move on, let me ask you this. Are you willing to take a chance on a high-end burr grinder despite its potential issues? If so, keep reading, but if not, you might want to consider looking elsewhere. The Baratza Sette 30 is an expensive product, with prices ranging from $400 to $600. Therefore, it's essential to weigh the pros and cons before making a purchase decision. In this review, I'll be sharing my honest opinion about whether or not it's worth the investment. But here's something you might find surprising. There are cheaper alternatives on the market that offer similar performance at a lower price point. Therefore, if budget is a concern for you, keep reading to see what options are available. As we continue our deep dive into the world of Baratza Sette 30, I want to emphasize that this review is not just about criticizing the product, but also about helping you make an informed decision when buying a high-end burr grinder. Therefore, stay tuned for some valuable tips and recommendations on how to choose the right coffee equipment for your needs. Now that we've covered some of the potential issues with the Baratza Sette 30, let's talk about its performance in more detail. The grinder boasts an impressive range of grind settings, from fine espresso grounds to coarse French press grinds. However, there have been reports of users experiencing inconsistent results when trying to achieve certain grind settings. Therefore, if you're planning on using your Baratza Sette 30 for precision grinding, be aware that this might be a problem you'll face in the long run. But here's something interesting. Despite these potential issues, many users swear by their Baratza Sette 30 and claim it's one of the best grinders they've ever used. Therefore, I'll be sharing some user reviews and testimonials to give you an idea of what others think about this product. Before we move on, let me ask you this. Are you willing to take a chance on a high-end burr grinder despite its potential issues? If so, keep reading, but if not, you might want to consider looking elsewhere. As I mentioned earlier, the Baratza Sette 30 is an expensive product. Therefore, it's essential to weigh the pros and cons before making a purchase decision. In this review, I'll be sharing my honest opinion about whether or not it's worth the investment. But here's something you might find surprising. There are cheaper alternatives on the market that offer similar performance at a lower price point. Therefore, if budget is a concern for you, keep reading to see what options are available. As we near the end of this review, I want to emphasize that it's not my intention to trash the Baratza Sette 30 entirely, but rather to give you a realistic look at its strengths and weaknesses. Therefore, stay tuned for some final thoughts on whether or not this product is worth your hard-earned cash. If you're still considering buying the Baratza Sette 30 after reading this review, I want to encourage you to do your own research and read as many reviews as possible before making a decision. Remember that everyone's experiences may vary, and what works for one person might not work for another. Therefore, take all the information in this review with a grain of salt and form your own opinion about whether or not the Baratza Sette 30 is right for you. And if you do decide to buy it, make sure to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully and take good care of your grinder to avoid any potential issues. But before I wrap up this review, let me give you one final piece of advice. Don't spend your money on a product without doing your research first. Take the time to read reviews, compare prices, and understand what each product has to offer, and always trust your instincts when making purchasing decisions. The Baratza Sette 30 might have its flaws, but it's still a great option for those who want a high-end burr grinder with precision grinding capabilities. Therefore, if you're looking for a reliable coffee companion that'll help take your brewing game to the next level, this product is definitely worth considering. But don't just take my word for it, go check out some of the reviews from other users and see what they have to say about their experiences with the Baratza Sette 30. And if you do decide to buy one, be sure to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully and keep an eye out for any potential issues that might arise. For the best price on Amazon, click this link in the description below. /N